plants. And I was first looking at the cylinder pods that are coming down. It's not rain. It's actually cylinder pods, and there is a lot of plasma in the air in this area. There's one, I've mentioned this before at this specific webcam. This corner over here, let me see if I can point to it. This corner over here is where a lot of cylinder pods come down, and they go down somewhere in that part of the city. They're white, and they are cylindrical. They come straight down in that area. Hello, you all. I was about to fall asleep. Hello, Susan B. Honey. I was sitting here thinking, I can't even hold my eyes open. And also another area, they come down. They'll come down over here at times. Go down like right in this area, and right down through there, and then somewhere down through this area, they'll come down out of the sky. I am recording this so we can look at some of the frames of them coming down. I've already took some screenshots. And you may say, Gina, honey, that right there. No, Gina, honey, that is rain. No, it's not rain. These are cylindrical pods coming down out of the sky. And this area is a hot spot for them. It really is. And there's a body of water near this area too. But it's really high in, let's see the timestamp, it's 1800. So they're coming down out of the sky even at this time of day right here. And we are going to look at it. I'm just wondering if I've got enough frames right now that I can slow it down, and so you all can see them from frame to frame, because it's not just rain. See, I'm going to watch you. Let me see this. Watch them come down in this one section of the city. They're going to go right where I said they were going to go. Right in, right around this, oopsie, right around that area is where they come out of the sky, and there must be a shaft in the ground that they go into. Let's watch it. They come in spurts at times, and then sometimes they're might be like a minute. Now see, there's one that's going straight down. Okay, there's a lot of them in the sky. And you know, when they say, oh, well, we've got these meteors going on. No, we don't. No, we don't. We got something else going on at times. You shouldn't have certain things going in certain locations unless there's something in that location. You really should. And the plasma is nice and pretty. It is, you all. It's nice and pretty. So I think I might have enough of this. Really, I might have enough of this documented so we can look at the frames. Let's see if we could catch any more coming down in that one area, going down into that apartment building area. And they very well could be just like cloaking and then just going down like that. I know you can see them. I think we got enough data. I really do. Let me pause it. Okay, have I paused it, you all? I have. I'm recording it. I better be recording it. Okay, we got around 8 minutes of footage is what we've got. So what I'll do is I'll come down here. I'm doing my laptop, sorry. I'll just bring this over here like this. And we'll look. Shoot, Gina, honey, what are you got going on? Okay, you all, this is, I may not be able to do this like this, you all. This is very sensitive. Let me put this down for a second. I'm gonna put this down. I gotta move this with my hand just so I can get it started. Okay, I think I might got it, you all. Sorry. I just had to get it out from that one corner. We want to see if we can see anything in this area. So this is going to be a little tricky, but we can do it probably. I just got to be able to find them coming down. Let's look at it. So this one up here, when this one up here comes down, it turns to the side. Look at that. It's a ship. It comes down. It'll come down. Look at it. Comes down. Goes to the side. That's not a raindrop. That's a ship. Like a pod. Okay, so there's one. Now, granted, it could take a long time going through all of these. I should be up there on that big computer, but I'm too lazy. I really am a little bit too lazy to get up out of this bed. And see, we've got another one right here coming down. Right there. You can see that, oh, it doesn't want to focus. Right there. You can see the different colors, like the tip of it is a more solid white. But they're little bitty pods. And, well, I'm sure they're not really little bitty, but they're somewhat little, and they're coming down out of the sky. Let me do this. Let's get a lot of them. Okay, so let me get some more, you all. Just a host. You got two of them. Watch them. They come up there and they'll disperse. Look how big that one is. Like this. Watch it come down. Comes down. Then it turns into that. It disappears. Like how can it do that? But it does. Look at the brightness on each end. Now, granted, this ain't for everybody. It really isn't. You sit there and look at stuff like this coming down out of the sky. Look, there's two of them back to back coming down. I don't know. They must be in a team, is what they must be. They go straight down into the city. I don't know the significance. I don't know the history of this particular area. But what I do know is that this has a whole lot of activity coming down. And this thing right here is going to go down there to the corner of that city. And we have an influx of plasma. A lot of plasma coming in. Let's look at this, you all. Look at how this appears like it comes down like that, but it's a ship. Watch this. It came out of this thing right here. Watch it. Comes down to there. Look at that. Isn't that wild? See, look at that. They're all over the place. And the camera can pick them up. Boom. So, yeah. Let me see. And I won't be on here too long. Hopefully, I won't wake myself too awake. Maybe enough to get some pretty good ones. Okay, watch this one. Is it coming down? Watch it right here. I'll see if I'm going to get this zooming up. It's going to go straight down into the one area of the city. It's like right there. Let's look at it if I can go slow enough. It comes down. Watch where it's going to go. It's coming down. You know that's not a raindrop, you all, I promise. Let's watch the location. Boom. So the location that it went in is there. There's a street that goes this way. And in the middle of that street is like a shaft or something. That's where they go to. Right there, it's in front of a building. They go down into a shaft in that area is what they do. And I know that may say, Gina, how do you know this? Because I studied them. I got obsessed with it one day, and I went frame by frame and frame by frame and frame by frame. They go straight down in that particular area of the city. Let's keep going. See if we see any more. Okay, I'll see there's more trying to go down in that area too. Let me make sure I've got this thing going. If I can. It goes so fast, you all. I don't even know if I got my hand on this thing. I don't know what I'm moving. I'm moving the whole thing. Let's see it. See them. See, it's going to, another one's going straight down in that area right there. It's going to go straight down. This one's going over there to the side because there's an area in the road right here for this one. It comes down and inside right here on this, where this like plasma orb is, if this plasma wasn't in the way, right here in between these two buildings, like right here in the street and this like little alley like area, there's some kind of a shaft also that it goes into the ground. There's a shaft there. This whole city, I wonder what it looks like underneath. I really, really do, you all. I really wonder what all of this, oh, look at that one coming from the side. It comes down from up here. Let's watch it come down. Comes down. Look at it. Where'd it go? I can't see. The comments are in the way. Okay, it stopped right there and did something. It just disappeared. Let's see what kind of ship this looks like. If we can. Okay, like I try to get it focused. Get off of there. Sometimes it doesn't want to focus, and I think that it's on deliberate. Well, let me see something. There. We can see it in the inverted mode too. Okay, so that's the inverted mode. All right, so this is another type of a ship. I mean, they're all ships, for goodness sake. But you can see them. It's just coming down out of the sky. And it's one night I sat and did this for around 3 hours, and I actually had somebody watching me the whole time documenting. Oh, wow, documenting how many of those came out. Look at that. Look at that breach of plasma. That is so wild right there, you all. There's people predicting something happening in January. They really are, and who knows what it's going to be. I really am not familiar of what it would be, although people think that something will happen. Let me see if I can get, okay, we got some more. This appeared. Where did that right there? I wonder if it came over to here. Just like that. If you're commenting and I'm not commenting, it's because I'm trying to focus, so I do apologize. And this ain't no great big ships, but these are nonetheless ships coming down. They're pods going straight down out of the sky, and I know this is like not nice because I'm doing it on my cell phone. It's really not nice. Oopsie. I got lost track of one right there. Look at that one. Let's see what that one looks like. Looks like that. You know, do you ever think that there's like battles taking place with different types of these pods and stuff? Look, see, this one's going straight down in the city too, but it's going to disappear before it goes all the way down. Probably, I can't zoom up on it. I won't keep you on here too long. I actually have, oh wow, let's see this one. It gets the ring of something. Let's do this. If this can go, this is only like 8 minutes of footage. Here's a pod, and these look like the ones also at the observatories in Hawaii, these cylindrical pods. And I forgot who it was. Hello, T. Oh, look at that. I forgot what species it was that travels with a pod so it can have something, I don't know, to eat or something like that. You can tell it's not a raindrop because these cylindrical pods are practically, they all look quite similar when they come down. Yes, you are. Again, I apologize using my laptop. But this is how I relax at night. What's this one doing? See that over there? It's right over here. Let's see if we can get it again. It's a plasma. There was a great big plasma being that showed up right there. And there was no reason for it. I'm going to show you it. I took an image of it. Where did I put it? I put it, I think it was this one. Here was the two. At first I saw these two coming down right here. You had a cylindrical pod right here. And then on the other side of the sky, you had this one coming down too. You can see them both. They're both here. So you're not going to have two raindrops, one over here and one over here. No, you're going to have two pods going down in the ground at the same time in their respective manholes or whatever it is. This one is going to go down right here. And this one is, it's going to go down over here or right in there. But there was another one. Look, this right here. This plasma entity, it showed up out of nowhere. See, there's no reason why it should be right here. And you can tell that it's not a normal plasma. There's no bubble. There's no nothing. It just appeared. It's like a life form. It looks really cool. It like came out of the other dimension. It was for a brief second and then it disappeared. Just a brief second. Look at the colors on it, you all. Isn't it amazing? It really is. You can see it like reaching into the other dimension with its feelers and grounding itself. But this was shortly after I had started it, but that's a really beautiful color. And let's get back to this. So we're back over here looking at these silly pods coming down. I mean, they're not silly, but of course you can document them. I want to see if I can get some coming down. Okay, I've seen one. They're coming down. A lot of them came down at once right there. Let's see. You've got one right here. You've got one right there. And you've got two back to back. Now, they're not all going to be the same, but they're just, they're going down into the ground. I guess they got a base underground this area. This is the Brest Hotel in Brest, France. Whatever's under here, I don't know what it is, but there is a big base underneath here, a great big system of tunnels and things where their ships go, their pods go. Otherwise, they wouldn't go down underground. They wouldn't have an area. They'd probably go through tubes, too. They probably can fly underground super fast in tubes. That's what they can probably do. See, this one's going to go straight down in that area, again, in the city, this pod, cylindrical pod. It's going to go right here, and it's going to go straight down. There's a street, and right there in the middle of the street, you know, what if a vortex opens? What if like I don't know, whatever you want to call it, opens and it goes into it too? I mean, it could. There's really no reason why it couldn't open. Anything's possible, you know, if they're coming down. That's probably going to angle and go in it too. Wow, look at that one. Oh, what did I do? No, I don't want to go there. Oh, I can't open that like that, you all. This like broken too. There's like two or three of them coming down. This is in France. Brest Hotel in France. You can see the timestamp, and we came off this webcam right here. Webcam Brest Hotel de Ville. That's where it's at. That's where it came from. And I recorded around 8 minutes of it so we could get a little bit of footage to go frame by frame, since there is a look at that one. This came down and it changed the plasma. Isn't that weird, you all? Isn't that strange? It came down and it changed the plasma. See those light points in it? Points of energy as it came down. That is really wild. It's not even near them. It's on its way of coming down, and it affects the plasma, and then boom, they're gone. Oh, okay, so we got, okay, y'all, let's watch this. So we've got this coming down. We got two of them coming down right here. Watch it. And there it goes. It's getting ready to go into its area right here. You can see it again. Just think, what would it look like if we had super, super good cameras and you could just zoom up on that? I wonder if you'd see any writing, any symbols, anything, any identifiable information. It's not a raindrop. It's not. But it's going to go right down in between this building. It's going to go to something. It's going to go straight down in here into a shaft in the ground, I think. Something's going to open up and it's going to go to its home base. And then over here, there was something else that came down I saw. And we're going to look at that one too, because that one came down too. Let me make the screen wider. If I can move it without moving my whole entire thing. Okay, where'd this one go? This one, like, where's that one going? Look what it did. It changed its shape completely. That one just totally disappeared. Right there, I guess it still had something to do. So, if you had to guess, how big do you think these might be? The size comparison, what could you compare them to? I'm sure they're bigger than a telephone pole. I mean, the width of them. I wonder what height they might be. Sassy, I don't know about that. I've documented these before. I think it's, oh, probably a couple years ago, I documented this area heavily from the live webcam. But it wasn't with the plasma, but it was these ships. Why would we fly around at night, really, if you ask yourself, why would the need to be? No, look what happened. This one was over here, and then it went up. It hopped around, and it went up to here. Because this is coming down. Hello, Polly, honey. This is going over there. It's going over there. Then it popped up over there. Okay. What's happening? Look what they did. They're up there. They come down, and they somehow get some energy on the side of this. Isn't that something? Get their energy on the side of that. Okay, here's this one, another one coming down over here. You can see it right there. It's right here. So it looks like two connected to this. They're about the same size, so they joined. Maybe they were tethered to one another as they're coming down. Sometimes they'll go down on top of that building too. Oh, I haven't got my hand on it. Where'd they go? I can't see. I think they disappeared. Yeah, sometimes they disappear and you can't see them, is what happens too. So let's see if this will move us. Did we see any more? Because I couldn't see with my, we're at 4 minutes. We're halfway through the footage, you all. You can make it. I promise you can make it. We can make it through here. Okay, we got some more coming straight down. Okay, this one. Okay, these, they come down back to back at this one spot. Then they spread out. Then I don't know what happened to them then. Okay, so you got another one coming straight down, and it disappears. Some of these disappear, and some of them also I've caught some going straight down through here. I couldn't see where they were going right here and or over here. When I've documented them before, I couldn't see the exact areas because the camera couldn't pan that area. We didn't have footage of it. Okay, so you've got this coming down, and they're going down over there. Oh, Gina, get that off of there. Yeah, I got a touchscreen laptop, a Surface laptop. So, oh wow, look at this coming down right here. What are they doing? And sometimes if you go to NASA, not NASA, you go to the observatory. Well, you can't do it no more. It used to be when you'd see the time lapse, you could see the rows of orange UFOs flying through the tops of the cloud, chasing one another and other lights. Once upon a time, there was a time when we were able to do that, but thank you, we got it, we rent it. Oh well, I got lots of documentation of it. Anyhow, it doesn't matter. Now does it in the big scope of life? Look at that. What did they do? See that? Did they activate something right there? They went inside that. Did they make that? Let's see. They came down, come down. They went inside of there, and I don't know what they did after that. This plasma, I wonder how the plasma plays a role for them. Okay, you got some more coming down. You see what they do. They do their thing. It took me a while to get on here. My husband took Kitty to the doctor. She wasn't able to go to the bathroom. Number two, he was worried that he didn't want it to be something happening with her, even though she's really ill. He didn't want to be the cause of it. And the nurse or the doctor said she's got fluid all around her heart and her liver, and that's why her stomach was so swollen. And they got some fluid off of her. It was brown fluid, liquidy. And then they did an X-ray, and there's nothing they can do. They couldn't get all the fluid off. And they said, do you want to put her to sleep? And he said, no, I do not. He goes, if she's going to go, I want her to go in her own home. And the doctor said, you may not have that choice, but she gave her some medicine so she wouldn't be in pain on the back of her neck, something like a morphine or something. And she's walking around a lot better and able to hold her head up. She said cats can be in pain, and they hide their pain really well, and they do. But we just love that little kitty, and she probably only got around a week or so left, maybe. But there's really nothing you can do except enjoy the time with her. So at least we know. And so they saw that through the X-ray. Yeah. So he got this cylinder too. Yeah, my husband took her by himself, which is I'm very proud of him because he doesn't handle situations like that very well. But see, he was a big Bowie. Yes, he was. That's his baby. Uh-huh. What's pretty neat is I have this Winnie the Pooh, not Winnie the Pooh, some diaper bag I use for my children. What's this? This is a famous crochet bag. What do you call those famous? Not a crochet. They look like material bags, cloth bags that look like they're sewed together. It's a famous bags like that. I can't remember the name of them. And I put her in that and carried her to the vet in that. It's nice and comfortable, quilted. No, it's not a burlap. It's a famous brand of cloth bags. Yes, yes, that's what it was. Thank you. Yeah, that's what it was. I had this really pretty yellow and white one, nice and soft. We just it had zippers on both sides, and she could just stick her head out. She could just stick her head out of the one area, take a look, and then just her whole body fits in there perfect. It's perfect. It molds right to her body. No cage for kitty, just nice, comfortable. Yeah, it was Vera Bradley. That's what it was. Vera Bradley. That's what I think it was. A Vera Bradley bag. I think that's or Vera Bradley. Is there Vera Bradley or Wang? It's all different types. Yeah. Yeah. That's okay, it is. Kitty seems to she walk faster now that she's got some medication for her pain and gave him a diuretic to give to her. Try to get some of the fluid out for her. Yeah. But yeah, we got these cylindrical pods coming down in here. That's why I didn't get on here. He was having a little trouble. Okay, now see, let's look at this. Look how many came down at once, you all. Coming down and going into the city. This one, it probably will make its way over to there. This one right here, again, it's going to go straight down into the shaft in the ground. I'm just going to say it's a shaft. This one probably will go down right below it. There's an area. Actually, it's like there's an area. If it goes down right there, uh, right there in front of the building. It's still like on the sidewalk area, but yeah, they look at that. What it did. It got bigger. I wonder if they transfer stuff when they come down, if somehow they can transfer the whatever they're carrying to other pods and then it goes down like that. That's what I wonder. Look at the shape of that one that it took on. Isn't that interesting? Now that does look like a common UFO shape. Seeding or something. Yeah. Well, this area really at a certain time, oh, it's really active. It really is. But you got to know what you're looking for. But it's a very, very active area. Oh, see, now they got two of them coming down like this. I don't know where they went. Sometimes they just disappear. And there'd be some people look at this say, "Oh, it's just rain." You know why? Because they haven't taken the time to study. It's easy to dismiss something that you don't study. So look at them going down in that area. I haven't really been watching the plasma much, y'all. We got around a minute to go. Can you last one more minute? Well, a minute worth of footage. I just want to document these coming down out of the sky. I really do. They come down out of the sky and go into shafts in the ground too, which is pretty cool. I don't know if I'd like to go down there because I don't know what type of species is under that ground. I don't know if they'd be friendly to humans. Well, let me just say this. I'm sure there's military underneath the ground. I'm sure there's bound to be, you got top secret tunnels. You got the Cheyenne Mountain, heavily guarded. I'm sure there's stuff like that underground. This top secret stuff taking place. And of course, they had to get the technology from somewhere else. You can't do these things above ground, really. And if you're going to do any like reconnaissance things, they could even have these cylinder pods. Let's think about it. They could even have these cylinder pods flying all around during the daytime and night. And Okay, you remember the Pentagon press briefing when the new chief technology woman said that they could send thousands and thousands of drones up in the air to patrol, just like you have like one boat going up and down, or police officer patrolling the street. They could have drones doing it and be more efficient, and you wouldn't have to waste so much time. So yeah, you probably got these, probably they could be pods, cylinder pods, patrolling the area. Oh wow, look at how many like came down. Did we, let's see, get it? Yeah, okay, let's see. Yeah, they could be patrolling the skies, and then they going back down underground. You couldn't, I don't know if you could even fit a human being in there. Maybe you could, but then maybe these are fully autonomous cylinders, cylinder pods, autonomous cylinder pods. They could be, you all, but then, you know, they may not be. I wouldn't say that they are, but it's not, it wouldn't be impossible, really, because they're coming down out of the sky. We're almost, I'll try to hurry this up. So they're intelligent because you can see they can maneuver. They can come down. Okay, 4 of them came down. Okay, see them coming down like this. Let's watch this. They come down. There's 4 of them now. And you see the maneuver that they did. And then they're going down. There's another area they're going down in over there. So that's, yeah. So it is a type of intelligence is what it is. There's more. I keep bringing up the other side of the screen, and I don't know nothing about that. I don't know how to use all the features on this surface. Look at that coming down. What are you got going on, you all? Coming straight down. It's kind of rainbowy. It's kind of pretty. Now, yeah, I wouldn't. I'm not scared. You know, it's if you've been seeing this for all the while, it kind of desensitizes you. It really does, and you become aware and you're able to deal with it. Yeah, it's a lot easier that way. You won't be caught off guard. Look at that, you all. Look at that. See, they both coming down. Watch it. Boom. They coming down. Boom. Boom. And then they disappear. And I guess they went down into the ground. Yeah, it's pretty neat. So this is impossible to be 2 raindrops coming down. Okay, I'm just saying it's impossible. Really. Treasure Island. Oh, where are we at? Right here, you are. It's pretty cool. So if you want to see things like this is one of the main webcams you can go to in France. But if you wanted to like document it yourself, you need to download the HD Movie Maker. But I think you can find it somewhere, HD Movie Maker, and you can record it. And then once you record it, if you stretch out this thing right here all the way to this way, just take your finger and you like do that, not your finger because you'll have, your cursor, you can look at more frames is what you can do. Oh, what did I do? I got to get this back to where we were, you all. I was over here in the 7s. Oh, here we are. So you can see more frames frame by frame practically, and you can go at your own speed, but that's how you do your little investigative work. Just like that. You just do it if you have the patience for it. A lot of people do not have the patience to do things like that. So we have reached the end of it. So if you're just tuning in, this is I was watching these cylinders coming down. Cylinder pods coming down out of the sky. You have one right here in France on the live webcam. And this one right here will go down into this area right beside the building. There's a street, so there's a shaft or a portal or something's going to open up, and it's going to go straight down, and it's going to go right there. It's going to come up here, and it's going to go down right into there somewhere. And this one right here, it's going to, let me see, it's going to come straight down, and it may curve and go straight down into this area of the street right here, and or it could probably curve and go right there, or it could just disappear and you don't know where it's going to go. But this is an area where they go down, and there's a shaft in the ground. Somehow they get underground right there. Right there is an area, and they go to right here. And then right here, there's a street that goes, the cars travel up and down the street. They come straight down, and they go down in that area. And this one goes in that area, like right down in here. And then somewhere like down in here, I couldn't see before, haven't seen it in this video, they go down in there too, you all. And let me see. And this right here is pretty cool. This life form just appeared out of nowhere. You see, it's just in stasis all by itself. It's pretty cool. It really is. So that's what we were documenting, all of this stuff. It looks pretty cool, you all. And I think I'm going to go to bed now. Now you know that I'm not sitting there counting how many fell. You're going to have to go back and look. That was only in an 8-minute period. So you have all night long. You'd have to watch it all night long. There's thousands. Okay, I think it's safe to say that there's thousands that fell down throughout the night. I think it's very safe to say that. I really do. Thousands upon thousands. See, they're still falling right here. I've even slowed it down. And it's the Brest Hotel, the webcam in France. You can see them. And you had to slow it down in order to see it. And you could pause it, but you can't go frame by frame unless you record it. See, they're coming down. They're going down straight into this building right there in that area. And it's not raindrops, okay? It's ships, cylindrical pods. And pretty wild. It's real wild. It's really cool if you think about it. You get to see some UFO-like pods going down into that area. There's a lot of them. And it's only 1800, 6 o'clock at night. See, this it's the perfect time because you can send your pods down, your cylinder pods, and you can have rain and people will never know the difference. They won't. Unless you know what you're looking for, you will never know. So I am going to go, and with that being said, hello wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello, from my heart to yours. Love you. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. You all, love you, and thank you. Thank you, moderators. Love you. Good night.